Hey guys, so I have the schema theory. So what is the schema theory? So it started with the recall of Native American folktales, and the person that researched is Bartlett, which he proposed that people have schemata, or in other words, an unconscious mental structure. Therefore, that represents an individual's generic knowledge about the world within this theory. It is through schemata that old knowledge influences new knowledge. So the people that are involved in it are Sir Frederick Bartlett and Richard Anderson. So this is Sir Frederick Bartlett. So, like I said, it started with the Native American folktale, which is what he was exploring. And during his experience, he noticed that many of the recalls of information were not accurate for the folktales, and therefore involved the replacement of unfamiliar information with facts already known. So that's old knowledge again. So during to the schema, within this exploring there were memory errors, and therefore Bartlett suggested that human beings apparently possess generic knowledge in the form of schemata. So these unconscious mental structure produce schematicized errors in recall when they interact with incoming information. So old knowledge influences new information and what happens through schemata. So what is schemata? It is a plural noun for schema. The definition is psychological concepts that were proposed as a form of mental representation for selected chunks of complex knowledge, which are then stored in a long-term memory. So the different elements of schema, there are four. Number one, an individual can memorize and use schema without even realizing of doing so. Number two, once the schema is developed, it tends to be stable over a long period of time. Number three, human mind uses schemata to organize, retrieve, and encode chunks of important information. Number four, schemata are accumulated over time and through different experiences. So the second person I mentioned is Richard Anderson. So he is the educational psychologist, focusing on the connection of schema and the reading process. To connect both the reading process and the schema theory, the reading involves both the bottom-up information from the perceived letters coming into the eye, and then the use of top-down knowledge, which represents a meaningful representation of the content of the text that you are reading. So here's a visual representation of that. So connecting to learning, the first one that I found was mathematical problem solving. Within the research with third graders, they were taught to use schemata to solve mathematical problems. And they realized that those third graders that use the schemata perform better than those that use the regular steps to solve problems, such as read, plan to solve, and then check. So the second one that I found within learning is reading comprehension, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. When reading comprehension, the schema theory is often used to assist the learning of a second language. Therefore, if they fail to create a significant number of schemata when reading a text, then reading comprehension and also mastering another language will become very difficult. And these are my resources. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed.